Hello all on a very wet Easter Monday from the River Wey. We've had actually a really nice weekend. It's been sunny and warm and we've been out and about. We still haven't moved very far. The Basingstoke canal is still shut, so we're literally moving about a mile a day, if that, at the moment, just wherever we can find a nice mooring spot. But today we spotted an otter swimming past the boat and we got a very poor video of it and a couple of snapshots, but it was so exciting to see. And they have a really large range, apparently 20 kilometres, so I think it moves up and down the River Wey, and hopefully there's a few of them. So this year we're going to slow things down a bit. I think the first couple of years when you're out in a narrowboat, you go for it, you're just trying to get everywhere and see everything, but we thought we'd slow it down a bit this year. We've had a difficult winter. Henry had a huge bereavement and we sort of want to have a summer without too much stress, and I think, you know, sometimes doing 5-6 hours a day and lots of locks is not a stressless day. So although we're going to go quite a long way, we're going to maybe just travel mornings and leave afternoons more for exploring. We'll see how that goes, but we do have good plans for this year. I'll show you on the map what we plan to do. So at the moment we are down here, and if the Basingstoke opens up in the next week or two, we'll be going down here. We've got a dry dock booked here, but not sure if that's going to happen. And then for May we will go and spend a month in London, because I have to be able to get back to Brighton every weekend because I have a big exhibition there. And then as soon as May's finished, we will be going up the Grand Union Canal, up through Braunston, and then we will do some jiggery pokery around Birmingham, and then we will go up here. And we're going to do the rite of passage, which is North Wales on the Llangollen Canal and over the very famous viaduct. And then we'll come back and we will skirt around Manchester and then make our way up the Leeds and Liverpool all the way up to Skipton, which is where we have some friends. And after that we will come back down here, and then depending on the water, we'll either come back this way. If the water's low in the canals, we'll come back down the River Trent, and we're going to finish up at the end of our season around here, where we're going to get our boats blacked, because it's so much cheaper up here than it is down here by a lot. So that's our plan, and then we'll be in the right place ready to start next year to go over and do the east. So we shall see how that goes. If we find we can't get it all done, then we may not go all the way up to Skipton, but we would like to. We loved Yorkshire last year. We thought it was a fantastic place. So that's quite an area that we're going to cover, but we're not going to do it at any great speed. Not that you can on a narrowboat anyway, but slow it down a little bit. Well, we brought it just around the corner, and then we had to come in because the wind was so strong it was blowing us into the bank all the time, and we had to have a little bit of help to get it moored up. Well done. And over there in the distance you can just see Woking. Well, the winter stopped us going very far today, and we've got nowhere particular to be, so it's the sort of day for a wonder bag stew. And our wonder bag which is 11 years old this year, has started to deteriorate inside, and we've had to patch it up. But we've just realised that if you turn it inside out, it's exactly the same and it's like new, so maybe it'll keep going for another 10 years. Anyway, the good thing about a Wonder Bag, Stu, is that you can put it all in there and then go off to the pub and forget about it for a while. So I'm going to turn this into that, and now we can put that in there for a couple of hours and go off to the pub with our backgammon board.
That sounds like it's going mad.
Yum yum. Get stuck in. There we go. The great thing about having to hang around for a while is that you get to explore all the surrounding countryside. So we cycled into Ripley, where there's lots of shishi cafes and gift shops, beautiful architecture, and this very upmarket restaurant where you can have a taster menu for £125 and wine to go with it for £75. There's a howling gale out there and the river's rising, and this poor hire boat has just come round the corner, got pinned onto one bank and then on the other, and then went sideways down the river. So Henry's up there helping them rescue it, and I can see him telling them how to put the pins in. He loves a good rescue, does Henry. Man of action. Oh. Are they all right?
Well, not got much idea really. Got it pulled in and pegged in, and hopefully it'll be alright, but there's a fair bit of flow down there as well.
Right.
So they're getting pulled. They didn't have much idea about how to pull it in and tie it up and so on.
Right. But they're okay. They're safe for the
There's 4
night.
of them on there, so I've sort of hopefully we've got it pinned in okay. I think so anyway. I did point out that there's a lock around the corner, so if worst comes to the worst, just get down there and pull in.
Yeah.
Which is what I would do.
That'll be okay. There's a pub there, isn't there?
Yeah, I pointed that out.
Well, we got up at the crack this morning because a yellow weather warning has just been issued, and where we were last night was really exposed. So we thought we'd come around the corner and get through the floodgates. But we got up here and the floodgates were locked because apparently it went into flood in the early hours of this morning, and somebody should have come down and let us know on the boat, but they didn't, and they don't update until they get in at 9 in the morning, so we didn't realise. We shouldn't have moved, but we couldn't know. And anyway, the weir keeper is going to come and let us through the floodgates so we can moor safely on the other side. So you really feel the weather when you're out on the river in a storm. Anyway, we should be safe soon. The hire boat's still round there though. Well, it seems that we are now moored at the floodgates for a while. The river's rising. There's a very nice lensman and a very grumpy one, and they tried to get us through by forcing the gates just now, but the boat got stuck and wouldn't go through. So Henry's putting some spring lines on. The river goes off away over there, and we're just off the main channel here, so we should be fine.
Right.
And that's it. I think this is going to be our mooring spot for a day or two.
That guy thought we might be here for 7 days. It was a shame.
Ouch. Bastard. Well, we're just getting ready to ride out the storm, and our 3 network is rubbish around here. We've not been able to watch anything for about 3 days. But luckily we found a Chaz around the corner and we've managed to get some DVDs, so that should keep us entertained. There is a pub close by, so we might be able to download some podcasts up there. And I've got a nice big bag of nettles, so I can make us some nettle soup for lunch. So, all's well with the world. Well, here we go again. We're literally going to move from one side of the river to the other because they're not sure what's happening. It's still in flood. The water has recently gone up again, although it was dropping quite quickly. But where we are, when the water goes down, we're going to get stuck because it's too shallow for our boat here. But on the other side, literally just over there, it's deep enough. It was the reason we couldn't get through the lock yesterday. We'd been grounded here. So we really don't want to be stuck here. We're in the way of everybody, so we're going to move to the other side. They're not sure when it will go out of flood. It could be, I mean, it has been dropping quite fast, but there's this time lag all the time on the, when the rain came down from the hills further back there, etc. So we've just got to wait it out. In the meantime, we're literally moving 4 yards. We couldn't drive the boat to the other side because the wind was pinning us onto the right hand bank. So Henry's had to clamber over the lock gate and try to yank it around with the ropes. It took about half an hour in all to get it over. The people who were on the hire boat that we rescued yesterday came around the corner and helped to push us off. They've had to abandon their holiday, unfortunately, because they were just sitting on the boat with nowhere to go. Hopefully it hasn't put them off. Oh, quick change of plan. The lensmen are going to force the gates open and get us through. They would rather we were on the other side. That's what you need, is a couple of big burly blokes.
Right, I'm going to undo the back.
Okay.
You might have to give it a bit of reverse. I've still got the front right here.
Thanks, guys.
And that's it for this week. We are mooring up just here. We have literally gone a mile the entire week, but we've had a lovely time busy doing nothing.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to see what next week brings.
Thank you.
Maybe we can go another mile.
Labour of love.